welcome to my channel, the smile underscore always channel. What's good? What's poppin'? Today in this video, I'm going to be talking about my experience of having an allergic reaction. My throat closing up. That is the worst allergic reaction that you can have, guys. When I say it's the worst, it is the worst. Because what I've been told that could happen is the worst. And what I've been told is if your throat closes up all the way, you can have a tube down your throat. And you don't want that. So I'm gonna tell you my experience, and I'm so glad I get to tell you guys my experience. So my experience happened about 2-3 weeks ago. This is my first one. Happened 2-3 weeks ago, and I was at a store. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna discourage the company's name, but I was at this store and I ate some chicken. The chicken was fine. It was good. Everything was fine. I've ate there before and nothing happened. But when I got home, I started itching. That's my first reaction that I usually get when I have an allergic reaction. I'm allergic to so much things, guys. It's crazy. But when I got home, I started itching, like really, really bad, guys. So my first thing you do when you have an allergic reaction is my first thing is when I itch, since I'm allergic to so many things, is take a Benadryl. So I took a Benadryl. Yeah, that didn't work, guys. It didn't work at all. So I let the Benadryl settle in, like it settles in a box. Wait that many times, and then it didn't work. So I took my second Benadryl. Yeah, that didn't work either. I was still itching. Wait, no, I stopped itching. Sorry. So then, after that, guys, I told my dad that my throat wasn't feeling good. It was itching. And when I said it was itching, guys, it was itching. It was itching. Then he was like, okay, is it still itching? We waited like not that long, like a minute. And then he asked me, was it still itching? And I was like, yeah. He wanted to see if the Benadryl was gonna settle in. So he was just like, is your throat closing up? Do you feel any symptoms? My dad knows this because he works in a hospital, so he sees this every day. So then he was like, are you fine? Is the Benadryl clicking in? And I was like, no, like my throat is itching. It's itching really bad. And then he was like, just sit there and not sit there. We let the Benadryl settle in. Like, I've had some allergic reactions that it's crazy, guys. I'll tell you at the end of this video what I'm allergic to, guys. But I'll finish my story. So, my throat was still itching. It was. Then my voice started to I don't know. It started to muffle, and like it was hard to breathe. When I said it was hard to breathe, guys, it's like. That's the best way I can explain it. And show you how it is. Because I'm not having an allergic reaction right now, but that's the way my dad said it is. So then my dad called 911 immediately. And then after that, the ambulance, they came to my house and they put me on oxygen. They said the oxygen was it helps with making sure that you're receiving oxygen because your throat's closing up, and as your throat's closing up, it's getting tighter and tighter and tighter to breathe like that. So then they gave you oxygen, and they gave me oxygen first because the fire people came first before the ambulance. So they gave me the oxygen. Then ambulance people finally came, and they was like, are you okay? Are you fine? And it was like really, really hard to respond to them because it was hard for me to receive air. Even though I had the oxygen thing on, it was really hard for me to like talk. It was hard for me to like communicate. Like you can like shake your head and stuff like that, but talking, yeah, it was really hard. So then they put me on a stretcher with the oxygen still on, and then I got in the ambulance. The first thing they did was they asked me again if I can communicate while I still had the oxygen. Mind you, I didn't take an EpiPen and they didn't give me any medicines yet. So they asked me while I was in there, like as soon as they put me in there, yeah, no response. My throat was still closing up. So immediately they gave me they gave me like a Benadryl type of thing. It was really, really strong. It's stronger than the ones that you get at Walmart, Walgreens, and all the other places. They gave me that in a shot. Yeah, that hurt, guys. It hurt a lot because I don't like shots. So they put it right here in my arm. I still kind of have a bruise. You can't see it, guys, but it's like right here. Then yeah, that wasn't working either. Like as soon as they gave it to me, they backed out of my driveway and everything, and then that wasn't working. Like the Benadryl wasn't working. So then they immediately gave me an EpiPen shot. Guys, this EpiPen shot was not in like those things they give you. It was just a liquid thing. Because EpiPen has the liquid stuff in there, but it's for you to carry around. And what they have like in back of ambulance is more like little things with the EpiPen like medicine side, and they just stick you with it. Not in your hand like I just did, but they stick you with it. They stick it right here in my arm, and then while we was on the interstate on the way to the hospital. And then she asked me again after she stuck me. She was like, "Are you okay? Is it working?" And then I still didn't respond. So then she said, it should be working, should be kicking in, because immediately after you inject it she injected to my arm. Immediately after she injected, she said it should be working in less than, not even an hour, like less minutes. So she did it, and it started working. Like my throat starting to open. When your throat starts to open, you will know. A lot of people's like, how do you know if your throat's opening? Because when mine was like, your throat's right here. So as it was closing up, it was about right there when the ambulance came. And then when I was in the ambulance, it was here to this side. So it was really, really hard. So then after she gave me the little EpiPen thing, it's starting to like push open little by little, and then like it folded open after it settled in. I was so glad. But then you go to the hospital. I'm still in ambulance. I'm on the way to the hospital. The EpiPen shot kicked in. It worked. So I got in my room. You do like all the registration things and all that, and then they give you some more medicine. They give you I think this was antibiotic thing. I think that's what it was, to make sure everything was fine, your throat's fine. And they give you another thing. They give you like an IV bag, and then they give you some more medicine. I don't know what the name of medicine is, I'm sorry, but they give you some more medicine. And by that time they give you that second medicine, you're sleepy, you're drowsy, and you want to go home. Like, because after your experience, it's like, it's a rush. Because that EpiPen shot, it makes your heartbeat like really fast and really quick. So they gave me all that, and then they prescribed you some medicine. They prescribed me this medicine that you have to take. I had to take 2 at breakfast, 2 at lunch, and 2 at bedtime. And then that's the first day. And then as the days go on, the pills get shorter. And then your last pill is like 1. I'm not gonna say the medicine name, but they give you that medicine. And then they give me another medicine that I have to take twice a day, and that one's longer. The first medicine that's every day lasts a week. The second one lasts 14 days, because you're taking 2 of those a day. You're taking 1 in the morning and 1 at night. So you give me those pills, and you take them. Guys, yeah, I had another allergic reaction. Like my other allergic reaction was like 2-3 days ago. Yeah, let's do some more chicken, guys. Another thing of chicken. This chicken was not from the same restaurant. It was from a whole different restaurant. It was like those ones that comes in rotisserie, and you eat it. Yeah, my dad brought it. I ate it, guys. yeah, I was not feeling good at all. This time, I knew how that feeling was because of my first experience. That first experience was the only experience I've ever had in my life, had my throat closing up. So, like, having this rotisserie thing, yeah, it skipped the itching. Like, I wasn't itching at all. It was just straight to my throat. Um, I told my dad, like, it was itching. Like, my throat was itching. I was like, it doesn't feel good. This time, like, my throat was closing up, but it wasn't like it wasn't right here. It was more so right and starting to close up. So I told my dad I took a Benadryl. Mind you guys, I do have my EpiPens. They do prescribe you EpiPens because I didn't have any when I had that allergic reaction. When you have your allergic reaction to have your throat close up, your EpiPen is the first thing that you like. First thing I took was Benadryl. This second time I took a Benadryl. Took one Benadryl, and it worked. So then I took the Benadryl. I thought to my dad my throat was itching. It worked. So then my dad was like, we're just gonna sit in your room and make sure everything is fine before he goes to bed because he had to go to work the next morning. So we're just gonna sit there. We sat there about like 3 hours, no lie, like 3 hours, make sure everything kicked in. And my throat was fairly fine, but I still didn't feel good about my throat. So I told my dad. So we took another Benadryl. Like, you can take 2 Benadryls, but if it's more than 2 Benadryls, use the EpiPen. Now, I'm not telling you to do that, but that's what my doctor says for me. And not everybody's body is the same. Not everybody's reactions react the same. But that's how mine's is. So I took my second Benadryl only because the first one worked, but then the second one, it was kind of throbbing, kind of feeling like it would open. It would go like this and then close, open and close, open and close. But like, it wasn't like my whole throat, guys. It was only the part that was closed, like starting to close up. So it would do like when I mean open, it like open like close, and then open like close your, like you can't breathe, kind of close. So I was doing that, and then we waited like some more hours. Waited like about 4 more hours after the second Benadryl. The second Benadryl, it worked, so I didn't have to use my EpiPen. I haven't had to use my EpiPen the second time. I'm so glad I didn't have to. I'm so glad, guys. I did not want to do it. I did not let it get the little EpiPen in my leg. Because they say you can do the leg. They say you can do that. I didn't want to do that at all. So I didn't have to do it, luckily. But guys, if you feel like your throat is itching, if you feel like if you feel your throat itching, take a Benadryl as soon as possible. But if you have like a higher like peanut allergies or stuff like that, yeah, take that EpiPen as fast as possible because it will kick in. And after you take it, you have to call an ambulance to make sure they check your heart, because like I said before and early in my video, it makes your heart beat really, really fast. So they check your heartbeat, they make sure everything is good, they make sure your blood is good. Oh, I forgot this in the video. They took my blood in the ambulance to make sure, run tests and all that stuff. But yeah, they took your blood. But yeah, carry your EpiPen. Like, I have to carry that EpiPen everywhere I go. Chicken. I still don't know if it was the grease or was it just cross-contamination. I'm not sure. But to this day, it's hard for me to go out. Not go out, but it's hard for me to eat chicken out in restaurants because I don't want to eat it and have the same reaction. But the thing is, guys, my dad cooks chicken all the time, and the oil that he uses is canola oil, and I'd be fine with that. Like, I don't have reactions at all, like none, guys. No itching, no throat closing up. My throat closed up. This was the only year, and it's only 2018. It just got 2018. I've ever had a reaction before. So, I'm glad I didn't have to have it, but I have to carry my EpiPen everywhere. I'm gonna repeat this again. I have to carry it everywhere. So guys, if you have an EpiPen, carry that everywhere. because you never know when you're going to need it. Because you might not have a Benadryl, and that Benadryl would not work. Like in my instance, Benadryl did not work. So carry that EpiPen. Don't take your throat closing up as a joke, because you never know. You might get hospitalized because your throat might close up faster than mine did. And if it closes up faster than mine did, and you took the EpiPen and the Benadryls, yeah, I'm not gonna say you will, but some people, like my dad, in some instances, he had kids come to his hospital. I'm not gonna say the hospital, but had kids come to his hospital and their throat had closed up, and they had to get a tube down their throat to have air come to their body to make it circulate. I do not know how long they were in the hospital, but I do know that they were in the hospital. This is the end of my video. Almost end. Gotcha. But I'm gonna tell you what I'm allergic to. I am allergic to grass, pollen, trees, some salt, some peppers, all seafood, Old Bay seasoning, and I'm starting to realize that some oils. I can't wear certain clothes because it makes me itch. I can't wear certain perfumes because it irritates my nose. Everybody's allergic to some medicine. I'm not gonna say everybody because not everybody has the same reactions as me, but I'm allergic to some medicines. So my allergic reactions is really high. I have to watch a lot of stuff, and when I mean salt and peppers, not here in where I am, but if I go out of the country, I have to like make sure what's in their salt and what's in their pepper, because like you said, like some people say their salt and their peppers are not the same. They might have spice in there added, and I'm sorry guys, my voice is like moving. I don't know why it's doing that. But some salts and peppers might have extra stuff in there I might be allergic to, so I can't have that. So, yes. Now is the end of my video. Thank you for listening to my story of having an allergic reaction and having my throat close up. I'm going to be logging. Oh.